about an anarchist group squatting at a Russian oligarch's home in London. So we've got a video of this here. So have a watch.
Fucking fascist scumbag! Not you! That's what you fucking are! That's what you're doing! You know how many Ukrainian people woke up and saw us and saw that London cared? This is the reaction they get. You are giving Putin a propaganda tool. Look at you! Armed and skilled for peaceful protesters. Shame on you! Shame on you! Shut the fuck up, you pig! Oi! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fucking pig! Fucking pig! Fucking pig! Get a real fucking job!
So for a bit more information about what actually happened there. So this anarchist group are very, clearly very, very agitated by what is going on in Ukraine and the fact that the UK really hasn't implemented nearly strong enough sanctions on Russian oligarchs. Oligarchs shouldn't even exist in the first place, let alone be able to support an illegal war and still have all their money and their wealth or whatever, right? So the police responded to them breaking in and squatting there, but the Met responded to criticism because they sent a lot of coppers there. They sent people in riot gear, and it was a very, very fast response. So it seemed like they were doing a lot more to protect the home of a Russian oligarch than they would do for any ordinary break-in in London. And this is what they said. I think we have the Twitter thread. This is what the anarchists said on their sort of mini manifesto. But here is the thread from the Met. They said that officers were initially called to reports of people breaking into a house just after 1 a.m. This led to an immediate response and would do so anywhere in London. Now that's interesting, isn't it? Because I mean, I don't live in London, but I don't think that very rapid response with police in riot gear, vans full of coppers, like a dozen coppers, is a usual ordinary response to every break-in in London. I don't think that happens. In fact, I think partially because of cuts, yes, but also partially because of the Met being incompetent and allegedly, arguably, maybe a little corrupt. Who knows? They might not even go to a lot of calls of a break-in, right? And the Met has destroyed their image, their credibility recently. Destroyed it because of the whole Partygate thing, right? With the government having parties during lockdown. And they have refused to investigate them. Apparently, they just can't do it, right? There's been constant delay, constant dithering, and they've refused when there's very obviously been criminal action. In fact, Boris Johnson basically admitted to breaking the law, and then the Met were like, no, you didn't, kind of thing. And they've done sort of bits and pieces, but they haven't launched like a proper investigation into that. It took them a very long time to do anything at all. But if a bunch of anarchists break into a Russian oligarch's house while Russia is invading Ukraine, then, send an army. That's apparently, the Met, that's where their priorities are. And I think that was just another thing to add to the list of why the Met has zero credibility anymore. And that's very, very worrying because, the more essential tools of society, the more essential institutions of society need to have credibility, because then things start to fall apart if they don't. And the police force is one of the most important ones. because otherwise people just view them as, you know, a sort of a tool for the elites and the state and the ultra wealthy and this kind of thing. But you know, that's the Met. You know, they've repeatedly punched themselves in the face recently.